Pennsylvania, a state renowned for its historical significance and natural beauty, grapples with a stark reality. Behind the idyllic landscapes and bustling cities lies a hidden crisis: homelessness. Once considered a problem confined to large metropolitan areas, homelessness has cast a long shadow across the entire state, impacting individuals, families, and communities alike. The situation has reached a critical point, demanding attention, understanding, and action. The numbers paint a grim picture. Homelessness in Pennsylvania is not just prevalent, it's surging at an alarming rate. This crisis, fueled by a complex interplay of factors, requires a multifaceted approach to address its root causes and provide support for those most affected. From the bustling streets of Philadelphia to the smaller towns of central Pennsylvania, the issue of homelessness demands our attention and collective action. The time to act is now. By shining a light on this often overlooked issue, we can work towards a future where every Pennsylvanian has a safe and stable place to call home. This is not just about providing shelter, it's about restoring dignity, hope, and opportunity for those who have lost their way. Statistics often fail to capture the human cost of a crisis, yet they provide a stark and undeniable measure of the problem's scope. In Pennsylvania, the numbers tell a story of escalating need, revealing a situation far more dire than many realize. Recent data from Gant News reveals a 12.2% increase in homelessness in Pennsylvania between 2023 and 2024 alone. This translates to a staggering 14,088 individuals experiencing homelessness, a rate of 11 out of every 10,000 Pennsylvanians. The crisis extends beyond individuals, impacting families and future generations. In 2024, 4,564 families with children found themselves without stable housing, their lives thrown into turmoil and uncertainty. The ripple effects of family homelessness are particularly devastating, impacting children's education, health, and overall well-being. Furthermore, 690 unaccompanied youth and 719 veterans faced homelessness, highlighting the vulnerability of these populations. These figures represent more than just data points. They represent real people facing unimaginable challenges. Behind each statistic lies a human story of struggle, loss, and resilience. Understanding the magnitude of the crisis through these alarming figures is the first step towards fostering empathy and mobilizing effective solutions. Homelessness is a complex issue with no single cause. It's the culmination of systemic failures and individual circumstances that converge to create a perfect storm of vulnerability. While personal tragedies like job loss, medical emergencies, or domestic violence can lead to homelessness, they often intersect with broader societal issues that exacerbate the problem. One of the most significant drivers of homelessness is the ever-widening gap between income and housing costs. Across Pennsylvania, and particularly in urban centers like Philadelphia, the cost of housing has skyrocketed in recent years, far outpacing wage growth. This leaves low-income individuals and families struggling to afford basic necessities, let alone secure safe and stable housing. Unemployment and economic instability further compound the issue, pushing those living on the edge into homelessness. Furthermore, a lack of affordable housing options, inadequate mental health and addiction services, and a shortage of affordable healthcare contribute to the cycle of homelessness. Understanding these interconnected factors is crucial. It allows us to move beyond simplistic narratives and address the root causes of homelessness, not just its symptoms. The city of brotherly love, known for its rich history and vibrant culture, grapples with a stark reality. Philadelphia is at the epicenter of Pennsylvania's homelessness crisis. With over 5,000 individuals experiencing homelessness in 2024, Philadelphia shoulders over one-third of the state's total homeless population. The reasons are multifaceted, reflecting the city's unique challenges and systemic inequalities. Philadelphia's struggle with poverty and a shortage of affordable housing creates a breeding ground for homelessness. Kensington, ravaged by the opioid epidemic, has become the epicenter of Philadelphia's homeless crisis. Here, open-air drug use and a lack of resources create a dangerous environment for those experiencing homelessness. While Philadelphia grapples with a highly visible homelessness crisis, central Pennsylvania faces a quieter but no less urgent situation. Often overlooked, homelessness in this region has seen a significant rise in recent years, highlighting the widespread nature of the problem. Rural homelessness in particular presents unique challenges, often hidden from view and lacking the resources and support systems available in urban areas. WTAJ News reports a significant rise in homelessness in central Pennsylvania in 2024, driven by factors mirroring those impacting the state as a whole. Rising housing costs, coupled with limited job opportunities and wage stagnation, are pushing more individuals and families towards the brink of homelessness. The lack of affordable housing options in rural areas further exacerbates the problem, leaving those experiencing homelessness with few places to turn for help. The invisibility of rural homelessness often leads to a lack of awareness and inadequate resources. Transportation barriers, limited access to social services, and a shortage of shelters pose significant challenges for those experiencing homelessness in central Pennsylvania. Addressing this growing concern requires a tailored approach that recognizes the unique needs of rural communities and provides accessible and culturally relevant support systems. Amidst the grim statistics and heartbreaking stories, glimmers of hope emerge from the dedicated efforts of government agencies, nonprofit organizations, and compassionate individuals working tirelessly to address Pennsylvania's homelessness crisis. While a long road lies ahead, these collective efforts offer a beacon of light, demonstrating that progress is possible with sustained commitment and collaboration. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the Pennsylvania government has taken steps to address homelessness. In 2024, Governor Josh Shapiro announced a statewide housing action plan, outlining a comprehensive strategy to increase affordable housing options, provide rental assistance, and expand support services for those experiencing homelessness. Additionally, the state allocated over $6 million in emergency solutions grants to 25 counties, aiming to provide immediate relief and prevent homelessness. Community organizations play a vital role in providing on-the-ground support for those experiencing homelessness. From emergency shelters and food banks to job training programs and mental health services, these organizations offer a lifeline to individuals and families in crisis. Volunteers driven by compassion and a desire to make a difference dedicate countless hours to providing essential services, advocating for policy changes, and raising awareness about the realities of homelessness. Behind the statistics lie the human faces of homelessness. Each individual carries a unique story of struggle and resilience. Listening to these stories humanizes the issue and reminds us of our shared humanity. Sarah, a single mother, found refuge in a shelter after fleeing an abusive relationship. With support, she rebuilt her life and secured stable housing. Programs helped her regain independence and provide for her children. John, a veteran with PTSD, found hope through outreach programs. With support, he began his journey towards healing and stability. The fight against homelessness is not a spectator sport. It demands the active participation of every member of society. From policymakers to everyday citizens, we all have a role to play in creating a future where everyone has a safe and stable place to call home. This call to action is not about guilt or obligation. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and understanding that our collective well-being is intertwined. One of the most impactful ways to make a difference is by supporting organizations working on the front lines of the homelessness crisis. Donating to local shelters, food banks, and outreach programs provides essential resources to those in need. Volunteering your time at these organizations, whether serving meals, sorting donations, or offering your skills and expertise, can make a tangible difference in the lives of individuals and families experiencing homelessness. Beyond direct service, education and advocacy play a crucial role in dismantling the structures that perpetuate homelessness. Engage in conversations about homelessness with your friends, family, and community. Challenge stereotypes and misconceptions. Contact your elected officials and urge them to prioritize affordable housing, expand access to healthcare, and invest in support services for those experiencing homelessness. The road to ending homelessness in Pennsylvania will be long and arduous, demanding sustained effort, compassion, and a commitment to justice. However, by acknowledging the scope of the crisis, understanding its root causes, and working together to implement effective solutions, we can create a brighter future for all Pennsylvanians. Imagine a Pennsylvania where everyone has a safe and affordable place to call home. A Pennsylvania where families don't have to choose between paying rent and putting food on the table. A Pennsylvania where mental health and addiction services are readily available and accessible to all who need them. This vision may seem idealistic, but it's not unattainable. By channeling our collective outrage into meaningful action, by choosing compassion over indifference, and by refusing to accept homelessness as an inevitable part of our society, we can create a Pennsylvania where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The time for action is now. Let's work together to ensure that the Keystone State lives up to its name, providing a strong foundation for all its citizens to build a brighter future.